Hi, I'm RISMAYA, a second year of English education student, and in this video, I'm gonna be talking about my reflections in CDA class. I'm really excited to share my journey because I'm gonna share what I've learned, the challenges I face, and also how CDA has changed my mind to look at the language. So to begin with, let's start to understand what CDA is. In simple terms, CDA is about how to look at the language more than just a word. It talks about what was being said, what wasn't being said. And in order to understand that, we've learned four CDA approaches. The first one is socio-cognitive by Van Dijk. The second one is textual sociocultural approaches by Club. The third one is discursive historical approaches by Wadek. And the last one is social semiotic approach by Van Fluent. Throughout those approaches, I look at how language is used to build power and also ideology and even shape people's perspective, especially in everyday communications like in media, such as news article and also advertising, which made me realize as well that language play a huge role in society. And what I felt in CA class, I felt happy to learn CA in this semester because of the learning process. My friends and I did discussions. We have to understand about the approaches about the materials before we come into discussion, which is really effective for me because I could think independently and also discuss first with my friends about CDA approaches, what I had to understand before we exchange our understanding and guided by the lecturer. Besides not only discussing about the theory, we also related to news article, applied it to frameworks, and also take the real life examples, which made a learning process fun. And then it made me to choose analyze a news article. It's about study to policy, and I chose a fund-learning approaches. His framework helped me to look deeper what was being said and focus on how on who was being included or excluded in the news. And what made my analysis a bit different is how I connected my interest, my understanding to a theories. And I look at how language is not neutral, can actually hide bias and include or exclude certain groups, which gave my project a more personal. Actually, before this course, I thought language was just a tool for communications. Well, indeed it is, but it's not just a tool for communications. Now, I look at the language, it is powerful thing. It can include, exclude certain groups, even shape and reshape our beliefs and our perspective toward ourselves or others. And however, most of the time, learning process cannot be separated from challenges, right? So my biggest challenges is that when I had to figure it out, um, the CDA and fluent approaches, especially in fluent approaches, the challenges I face is to be consistency to analyze exclusions, especially in sentence clause replacement. To overcome this, I opened my own notes and examples that I wrote before and during class, and also doing the analysis a bit slower but surely because to say that if a certain clauses or certain sentences that I might skip and not understand. And this approach helped me to stay focused and confident to identifying patterns across the different sentences. And if I become a teacher in the future, this class, the CDI, can be very useful because I would like to encourage my students to bring their own voices and perspective. I think it can be from a memes, internet memes. I think Generation Z and Alpha can also like memes and song lyrics and also news article because I don't want only to teach them a language. I want to teach them to speak from themselves and also think critically and learn that different perspective matter. So to wrap it up, this course just didn't help me only think critically, but also helped me to find my own perspective. I've learned that originality means bringing up your own perspective and using it to see things others might have skipped. Thank you so much for listening. I hope my reflections inspire you to look at the language a bit differently than today.